copy that, and this next circuit will be at 3500.
Roger.
Charlie Papa Tango, left downwind 35, this will be a full stop.
Charlie Papa Tango, roger, full stop.
Doors are closed, landing light comes on. Your radio, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra is ready for departure on 35.
Cessna 180 to Golf X-ray Zulu Sierra, radio, traffic, remaining west of 1735 helicopter, circuits on runway 30, correction, threshold of runway 12, and late downwind for a full stop runway 35, RV9.
Roger that, X-ray Zulu Sierra. Welcome aboard our flight today. Glad you could join us. Today we thought we'd explore the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. We're taking off from the Red Deer Airport and flying about 40 minutes southwest to the Forestry Airstrip, where the Red Deer River flows out of the 10 to 12,000 foot peaks. We'll pass a town called Sundowner along our way. I'm very new at recording flight, and I'm learning as I go. Today my GoPro cameras didn't last very long, but we got some great footage from our iPhone as well, and I've thrown those shots in at the end. Sit back and enjoy. The river we just passed over and will pass over many times throughout this flight is the Red Deer River. It's springtime in Alberta, and the freshly melted rivers are bringing life back to the land after a long winter. As we track southwest, it becomes apparent that we are about to encounter a very thin layer of clouds, hanging about 7,000 feet above sea level. We descend slightly to maintain 500 feet clearance below them. The next thin cloud layer is a bit lower, so we climb slightly to keep ourselves the proper distance above it. As a young boy, I spent hours looking upward into the sky, watching the clouds float along, seeing shapes in them. We've all done it. I feel so fortunate to see the world from this vantage point and to weave my way from cloud to cloud. It's really magical. At this point, I noticed the next bank of clouds looks very solid and long. I decide it's time to duck under, so I initiate a quick descent, to get 500 feet below. As I turn right around this cloud, the town of Sundre comes into view. Sundre is a town of about 2,800 people that takes its name from a town in Norway, the original home of Nels T. Hagen, the town's first postmaster. Sundre is known as a forestry town, but also services the petroleum industry as well as farmers and ranchers in the area. You can see the Sun Pine sawmill just past the edge of town. As we get to the foothills, I can now tell that the mountains are socked in with low clouds and snowfall. I make a quick decision that our first destination, the Red Deer Forestry Strip, is better left for another day. I turn north and head towards my second destination, the Ram River Falls Airstrip. The foothills in this area are heavily harvested by the forest industry. The forestry trunk road basically runs north-south through this area, with many small forestry roads branching off. The clear-cut patches can be seen everywhere. It's also a popular recreation area for snowmobilers and quadders. This rugged landscape is very beautiful from the air. While it's an area not far from where I live, it's one I've never explored. Seeing it from the air is a privilege and I'm incredibly thankful for. As we go farther north, our map shows that we will soon have to turn west to get to the Ram Falls Airstrip. And once again, the clouds are low with snow falling. While some pilots would have no problem going in with these conditions, I'm a fairly new pilot with only about 130 hours, and I'm very inexperienced by aviation standards. So once again, I decide there's no point in taking chances. My GoPro battery died shortly, and I eventually turn eastward and point the nose towards the town of Lacombe in order to refill my fuel tanks with avgas. What follows are some video clips we took with the iPhone, starting back before Sundre, when we were above the small broken cloud layer. We're now approaching the town of Macomb, where I'll land to fill up with some avgas at the amazing price of $1.35 per liter. From there, we'll take off again and fly the short hop back to Red Deer. After taking the straight-in approach option given to us by the Red Deer Flight Service, we touched down on runway 17 to end our adventure for the day. Thank you for riding along with us, and we'll see you on the next one.